Michelle, and welcome to our channel. It has been a while since our last video where the wheel chose the Blood Money palette from Jeffree Star. If you recall, we used almost all of the green shades. The only green shade we did not use is Make It Rain, so I will be using that green shade for today's look, along with Equity, Money Heist, CEO. That will be for one look, and then the bottom row will be for the other look. That's what I'm going to try to do today, and we'll talk about where I've been, what I've, really haven't been doing a whole lot. Hopefully I can keep an eye on my mic and make sure that it continues to stay green and continues working so that we can get through this video. Okay, I just grabbed out a couple brushes. This one is an all over shader brush, and I'm going to start with Make It Rain. And of course, you know that I'm going to keep this palette. This is not a palette that I am going to get rid of. I will be keeping it, as I keep all of my Jeffree Star palettes. So this is not one that I'm worried about, continuing to enjoy the shades and enjoy the colors. I'm going to continue to use it. I don't really want to do too much with this shade. It's way more pigmented. I mean, it's Jeffree Star, so why did I think it wouldn't be as pigmented? But there we go. Now I'm going to go in, same brush, with the shade Equity, which is a more brownish army green. And we're just going to go right over where we were and just add in more of this color, because the only other two colors that we have to use are going to be shimmers. I'm probably going to clean off this brush and use a little bit of this Private Island, which is this brown, light brown color, to just try to, and I'm going to go in with that Private Island, which is that light brown shade, and just try to add a little bit of something. I don't know. This is a muddy mess right now. Anyway, so I have not been doing very well. Not only I was sick for a while, just feeling very run down and not okay, mentally or emotionally. I'm going to go in with Money Heist first, and then I'll go in with CEO. Money Heist, and then CEO. We're going to put both of them right here in the center. I want to add a little bit more of that Money Heist here in the first part of the eye. Need to clean off my mirror. It's very dusty. Just want to combine these two. That is a very muddy mess. I'm not happy with this look, and we're only 3 minutes into the video, so yeah. Anyway, just don't have the patience, but I knew that I needed to film a video. Honestly, this is the first time I've been dressed since you saw that last video, and today is February 1st, if that tells you anything at all. Now I'm going to use this brush from Texamo. That is the shape of the brush. We're just going to try this brush. I'm going to start with Private Island, and I'm just going to work my way down. Obviously, I guess there's 3 shimmers in the bottom. So I'm going to do this one, which is Private Island, then I'm going to do Self-Made, and then we'll do Persuasion, which is that dark brown, and we're just going to work our way through. Okay, so this one is very light on its own, so I'm just going to put this all over the lid. I'm just going to tap it all over the lid. So I'm not even sure what was wrong, to be honest. I feel like I have, now I'm going in with Self-Made, I feel like I've just been in a funk, to be honest. Not really sure. Need to get in to see my doctor. Was able to message her last week, and we talked a little bit through like the patient portal, but I think I have an appointment to see her, but it's not until like the 17th of February, which is the earliest I could get an appointment with my schedule and my son's schedule. For those of you who don't know, I don't have a car, so I kind of have to work around when my son has days off. I am working on saving up to get a car, and hopefully, that will come before my birthday in March, but I'm not holding myself to that. I'm hoping that it'll happen. That's what I'm wanting to happen, is for me to be able to have my own set of wheels by my birthday. I'm going back in with Self-Made. Probably should have cleaned the brown off the brush. Just want to add a little bit more green, because that green is not really showing up that much. So I'm actually going to clean off the brush, and I'm probably going to go in with that, with Chameleon Fetish, this lime looking green here at the top. I'm going to go in with that. See, yeah, that lightens it up a lot. So that's much better. Yeah, much better. And I've been having some stomach issues, and that could be from the Wegovy that I'm taking. I'm not really sure. I know it is a side effect, and I'm hoping that the noises my stomach is making right now are not being picked up by the camera or by the mic, but it's making a lot of noises. Another, just, it doesn't look bad from what I can see on camera, but the bronzer, the shade of bronzer that I'm using, I may have to toss because in person it's coming off really orange, which is not my shade. I'm not an orangey person, so I may have to switch out my bronzer again to something else. So now I'm going to go with Tax Free. Oh gosh, I'm going to try to put that all over here. Star Stash and Black Card Limit are going to be a chore. So I think what I might do, I've got this little bitty brush. I may try to do a liner with these. So Star Stash, which is this shade right here. I'm going to use that one and just try and do on the lower lash line. Okay, so that's not the greatest at all. Cleaned it off. Now let me try to go over it, smudge it out a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take the same brush. I'm going to go into Black Card Limit. We're going to try to do that over here. And I'm not going to use my pencil liner. Okay, so this does not look good. I'm going to use the same brush. I just cleaned it off. And we're going to go into Divine Intervention, this white shade. We're going to try to put that in the inner corner. We are restarting the Random Beauty support group in this month, so the month of February. So you should be on the lookout for that video. I'm just going to put on my mascara and we'll figure out a lip together. I don't know if you recall from the last video, but I was saying that pretty sure, yeah, this mascara is completely dried out. Yeah, it's completely dried out. So we're getting a different mascara. We're tossing that one. Let's go with Laura Geller, and we're going to start using Laura Geller. So I don't even know what I was saying. Okay, so I just went off camera and finished my mascara and then put on a lip. I am using the Script Half Caked Lip Primer and Lip Liner. It doesn't really have a shade that I can see, but that is the color. I did use the primer first, which is just clear. It doesn't come off white, it is clear. And does it actually have it doesn't have a shade. Yeah, this doesn't have a shade. But I used that, and then I went over it with the ColourPop Lip Oil in Bangle is the shade. And that's what I have on my lips. Just figured I would have a neutral lip to go with these crazy eye colors that I came up with. I love the shimmers on this one. Is just a wee bit dark. Yeah. I mean, it's a Jeffree Star palette. Of course I'm keeping it. That was not even going to be questioned. It's going back in the box, and it's going back on the shelf. And yeah, so the videos that you would have seen today, February 1st, would have been the palette declutter for the 2023 year. It was filmed in 2024, but it would have been for the year 2023. I still haven't filmed my palette part for 2024 yet. That's always the last videos that I record for. I'm not sure why they didn't post, but I happened to see them when I was going through YouTube Studios app and saw that I had videos that had never posted, so I figured I would post those, but those are for 2023 that went up. So I don't know if it posted twice, not exactly sure. So I still have those videos to record. I still have the blush and all the other videos. I've not recorded anything that is in my cabinet yet. In my drawers down here, you can't see the drawers. I filmed all of this in my lip liner collection. That's all that I've filmed so far. So I'm probably going to film a couple of my collection videos now. Since I have on makeup, might as well. And we'll talk some more. I'm very sorry for not being consistent. I'm going to work on it. I'm not promising anything because I can't control my emotions. So it just depends on how I'm feeling. Right now I'm having some stomach aches. It could have been the greasy dinner that I had. I don't know. And that's something else I need to work on. But I want to bring you guys on along with me on that journey. I work for a pharmacy, for those of you who don't know. I work from home for a specialty pharmacy. And with that specialty pharmacy comes a lot of extras. So for my weight loss journey, I have an entire team now starting this year. I have a dietitian that I met with. I have a appointment with another person to go over my different options to help me with weight loss. I'm getting a smart scale. they're just going to help me with a lot of things. The Smart Scale goes right into my app that I use to track my fitness and my wellness for this weight loss program, so it'll be nice to be able to track all of that in one spot. I'm not starting anything until I get that Smart Scale, and I will be the only one that'll be able to use the Smart Scale because it automatically loads into my app, so I won't be able to have it for the rest of my family members to use. It'll have to be mine and mine alone. There is another scale downstairs that my son and my brother use, but this one will have to be up here with me. I will be the only one that'll be able to use it. What else? I don't even know if I told you guys, but I got a promotion, so I'm working with a different team. It's actually my supervisor that I had before, so I'm back home, kind of. It feels nice to be back with a supervisor that I was with from the start when I started with the company. We have a good rapport, and he's very understanding with my health needs, and he's not a micromanager, which is good, because I granted, when I started on this team, it's a whole new ball game. In the specialty pharmacy that I work for, I have to find out for sure if I can actually say the name of the pharmacy that I work for. I'm not sure, but with the specialty pharmacy, we have core specialty meds, and then we have called COE specialty meds, which are center of excellence. So those would be, there's 40 different therapies that are in this program, including fertility, oncology, transplant medications, pulmonary, arterial hypertension medications, infusion medications. That's just 5 of them. There are a lot. REMS medication, the list goes on. There's 40 different therapies. Within those therapies, there are multiple drugs within the therapies, and each one of those therapies has their own team, and that team specializes in that specific therapy. Nothing else, just that therapy and just the drugs that they handle in that therapy. The team that I'm on, we're called the resolutions team. So if that center of excellence team can't handle the call, or there's an issue going on that they're not able to resolve, those calls get sent to us, and then we handle them from the point we get the call until the resolution of the issue that we can resolve. I mean, obviously, if it's something to do with a copay amount where the patient's not able to afford it and there's no assistance with that, we can't make the drug free. We've tried. There are just some medications that are extremely expensive, and insurance companies aren't really wanting to pay all of it. So there are copay assistance programs and different foundations and grants that we can apply for them, or provide them the information to apply. So we get all of those. We get the angry calls pretty much. So if somebody calls into their specialty pharmacy and they get upset and want to speak to a supervisor, that's your girl. They come to me. We actually have several people that take the inbound calls, and then they create a case, and I work the cases. I do work some inbound calls, like if the lines are backed up, I'll jump in and help out, but I'm mostly working the cases, or the SEVIs is what they're called. So I work those, and that's what I do. I do like it. I get to play investigator, I get to help people, and I get to see it to the end. That's one thing that was bothering me about what I was doing before when we switched over to the other team, is we weren't really able to see it to the end. We could see it just so far, and then, it went on. If they called back, they got someone else. Now with the team that I'm on, if they call back, I have notes on there, and the person that gets the call usually will reach out to me through our messenger, and I take over the call if I'm there. So I get to see it to the end, and I really enjoy that part of it. I'm learning new things every day, and I love that. It is stressful, which is not good for my mental health, but I'm also enjoying most of the patients that I'm working with. They're very appreciative, and they know that I'm doing everything that I possibly can to get to the end of it and to get a resolution for them, because the medications that we handle are not, a Tylenol. It's cancer medications. They're in the hospital, or they're dying, they're dead medications, if they don't get them. So it's important medications. And not to say that, if your medications aren't a specialty medication, that they're not a dire medication, because most of my medications are not specialty medications. But if I don't take them, I feel it. And I will admit that there was a time when I wasn't taking them. I wasn't staying the course, and I wasn't following through on what I should have been doing. And that's probably part of the reason why I'm dealing with the pain I'm dealing with now, but I'm getting better, slowly but surely. I do have a long road ahead of me, and I'm working on that. Sorry, this is kind of a bah humbug kind of video, and I'm very sorry about that, guys. I'm a work in progress, is all I can say. Oh gosh, we're already at 25 minutes, so I will have to have AI cut this down a lot, and I'm gonna leave you now and try to film some of my collection videos. So as always, guys, please remember to give this video a big thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, ring that notification bell so you're notified of each and every upload, and leave me a sweet, sweet comment down below. I greatly appreciate it, just like I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. My mic is still on. And as always, guys, remember, be kind to one another. You know the rest.